So, Reggie, I was talking to Paul Christ yesterday, and I guess he bumped into each other here recently, and he said, "Have you seen him lately? He still looks like he's in college." How do you do it, man? You're looking like you did when you were here in the 90s, so good for you. You're working out hard, you still got that track athlete football mentality?
Yes. I've never stopped training. I've stopped competing, but there's never been a day where I haven't run at least 800 a mile or I've gotten to the weight room. It's just ingrained in my life.
Just part of you, huh?
Yeah.
Coach Nuttycombe was mentioning 97, I believe that was, when it was all you could do to get cleared to compete after getting hurt in Iowa City. He gave the thumbnail there. Take us through it. What that was like for you, and did what drove you to fight through the pain in your shoulder and continue to compete at an extraordinarily high level?
I think the big part of the motivation was finishing off a collegiate career and finishing off strong. I had opportunities my junior year to win a national championship, but I failed during the semifinal race. And I had an opportunity to win in my senior year also, but I failed. So winning that Big Ten championship was I was sort of like a cat, like a finish to a collegiate career. And I wasn't gonna let my teammates down, regardless of how much adversity was in the way.
We were talking earlier this afternoon, and I wanted to, reminding you, and we're worth reminding ourselves, you are now the 38th athlete for men's track and field to get into the UW Athletic Hall of Fame. And from the outside looking in, when I'm talking about throughout the country, it's still hard for people to understand that a school in the upper Midwest can be there competing with the best of the best year in and year out. So let me ask one of the very best of the best. How does that happen? How does a school like Wisconsin, what draws you here, and what makes it so good year after year?
Well, I think that what drew me here was the vision of Barry Alvarez for the football program. I did come in on a football scholarship, and Barry's vision, not just for the football program, but for all the sports programs, and he wasn't even AD then, but he was fired up about all the sports programs, and I think that his mindset and the fire in Barry Alvarez's eyes when I came on my recruiting visit, that was one of the drawing factors. I knew that there was some sort of success that I could find in Wisconsin by being under his tutelage, and he recruited me, and I had a chance to meet at Nuttycombe. I actually met Ed way before college, and he is the catalyst. He is the main reason why I even came to University of Wisconsin in the first place. He came to a track meet, saw me compete, came back and spilled all the beans to University of Wisconsin and said, "Hey, there's a track athlete in Illinois. He also plays football. You guys should take a look at him." And that's when Barry Alvarez kicked in, and Brad Childress, Coach Kevin Cosgrove, all those guys came to my high school, pulled me out of my science class, and they wanted to see me run and jump. What the hype was all about. And of course, I had my high school coach here with me as well.
Yes.
And when I came here to the University of Wisconsin, I had a good buddy named Tony Simmons who had already committed here. I had another friend by the name of Kerwin Beatty. I had a mentor and athlete who I really looked up to by the name of Michael Finley, who also came from the Chicagoland area, and Tracy Webster. So to me, I already had family here. And so it was just making a 2.5-hour trip down from Illinois up to Wisconsin, and we should be able to continue the success.
You mentioned those names, and that, I think for fans, that brings chills. I mean, people like the newer Badger fans today need to understand that. It was electric here, wasn't it, in the 90s?
I like to say the mid-90s, the early to mid-90s, we were cut from a certain cloth. The programs that I became involved in, there was success. You know, I believe that there was 30 years in between us winning the Rose Bowl at the time I came in, and I think I came in at the right time because we won it in 1994. As far as the success from the track and field team, it's a cold weather state, so you don't expect a lot of fast sprinting times, jumps, or, you know, not like your warm weather states. But we would just cut from a cloth that it doesn't matter where we are and what conditions and what environment, you know, we're gonna get the job done, and we're gonna do it well.
And you did. Coach Nutty referred to you as talented an athlete as he has ever coached. He's coached a few elite athletes, but when you hear something like that from Coach Nuttycombe, what does that mean to you?
I feel honored because there have been many athletes before my time and after that have had a lot of success. And, you know, they've proven themselves. To be called the greatest athlete that he's ever coached, that's an honor. Coming from a Hall of Fame coach himself. My high school coach and my college coach taught me everything I know about track and field. It was an accident that I stepped onto the track in the first place. And from that accident, this man sitting in the audience, he gave me an opportunity to run track. And 4 years later, I found myself at the University of Wisconsin with Ed Nuttycombe.
Good timing for me to give you the stage for your thank yous. Who all would you like to thank here tonight?
I want to thank everybody here tonight for, God bless you. He gave us the gift of life to wake up and to celebrate each other today. I thank my high school coach. I thank my college coach. I thank my friends who are all in the front row here from the 90s. And I thank the selection committee for letting me in. You know, it's been an honor competing and being a student here at the University of Wisconsin, and I'm very grateful.